Hello, friends. Just wanted to give you a heads up on the happenings. First off, see the water. That was after 2.5 days of light to heavy rains where I'm living right now. Let's see if I can't. I can barely see my screen. But yeah, it's not too bad. There's a little bit over there. Around my trailer, it's getting deep. But this is the worst part, and it's the same part as last year, so I know my landlord's gonna be upset because he worked really hard to try and keep this from happening. But there it is. And it happened even faster. And it does go all the way down to the gate. Now, it's not super deep. It's maybe 3-4 inches. You see all the rocks on the one side over there. I can't tell if what my finger's pointing to, but over there, those rocks are probably 5 inches tall, and it's only covering the bottom part. So that's not too bad, but it's bad enough. Right now, look at the sky. It's beautiful. So, G Bear, if you want some, come on up, bring a bunch of buckets. You can have all you want. Because from what I understand, this is going to keep going for a few more days. And thank God I've got the truck now. So see, it's not bad where I am. I'm still okay. But come over here. Now right outside that gate is a ditch that runs along either side of the road. So there's a ditch on both sides. And the creek does not run down the ditch here, but past the ditch. When we go out the gate, I'll point it out. Past the ditch that's on the other side of the gate, there's the road, there's another ditch, and then there's a hill, kind of a levee, that the bike path is on top of. And then on the other side of that hill is, I think it's Magpie Creek. And most of the time, well, it connects to the creek. Most of the time it's dry, but when on this side, the creek is actually at the end of my street, which is probably 8 properties down, so I want to say 2 acres away. And that's where all the flooding comes when we flood. But just wanted to show you. And there's the rooster. Hi, rooster. Can you see him right there? I don't See him outside the gate. He's watching his ladies. Hi. Because saw the other day the hawk is out, so gotta watch your ladies. Because the hawk's out. Yeah, he is. So, what's been happening? I sat down to write my blog and I ate some dinner first. And the next thing I knew, it was 11 o'clock and I was just waking up, sitting at my laptop. So I did not get my blog written yesterday. But, so thought I would put out this video. I've made a decision that because the weather has hit and it's going to be very difficult it's going to be very difficult to get everything out to Desert Rest in the winter, that I am not going to try. I'm making myself crazy. I'm making myself sick, literally, physically sick, because I'm so stressed. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? The trees and the sky. Right now there's a break in the storm. So I gotta get a couple of things done. But I'm not gonna try and get out there for a few more months. I think I'm gonna push it off to about March. Now, I am going to be making trips out there. And let's see if I can put this in here without breaking the world. Let's see. Put this out of the way. I can't just pull on this. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that does it. And we'll plug the power in because I'm only at like 40%. But I am going to wait until March. You know, unless the weather breaks earlier. That's kind of the plan. And whatever. Just gonna kind of go with the flow. Like I said, I'm making myself physically ill because I'm stressing so much over getting out there. And yes, it is costing me extra money. Oop, oop, oop. I don't want this to fall off the rear view mirror. And I was gonna try and keep from happening, but unfortunately, it is what it is. I just find it interesting that, to go through all of that stress and craziness, and now, it's moved till March. So this is probably another one of those lessons that God wanted me to learn, because I'm so stubborn that I don't listen, or I don't listen properly, because I am very stubborn. But I'm only stubborn because I'm thinking that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Plus, I'm also realizing that I am very worried about other people's opinions of me. Okay, let's forge the river. Come on, cows, let's go. See, it's not so deep right now. But yeah, it is. I was very worried, that here I've been, telling people when I'm going to be out there. Ooh, that's really full. And this is really full next. Ooh, that's not good. It means it's not draining properly. But I'm 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 very worried about what other people are thinking. You know. Ooh, and there's the pond. Let's see, where am I going? To Tarjay. It is creeks almost at the top. That's why it's not draining. Um, I'm very worried about what other people are thinking. Because so many people in the last however many years that this has been going on have been telling me, oh, this isn't something you should be doing. You're just a woman alone. You can't do this. How are you gonna, are you out of your mind? You know, and if I don't come through, then all what those naysayers were saying comes back to haunt me, and then I start thinking, well, maybe they're right, or I'm embarrassed that maybe they will end up being correct. But what I have to remember is that this is God's plan. Follow His direction. Don't listen to anybody else. Make sure the word I got from God is the correct one, and I've got His blessing, and I'm following His instructions, and then no matter what happens, remember that God is the one who's in control. And for the last, I actually came to this decision a couple of days ago. And ever since then, I have felt a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Because I'm not the one who's running the show. And I keep going back to, okay, thanks God I got this now. And that's what's causing me all my pain. And I've stopped doing that because I might have it, but God is the one who is running it, not me. I don't have to stress it because I am not the one who's in control of it all. I'm just a minion. Not just a minion, but it's like that, you know? I've been given the instructions and I go out and do it. When I have a question, then I don't have to sit and ponder and worry over the question. I just go to God and say, okay, God, tell me about this. So there I am. That's the haps. And so looks like March is the new date. Only because that's when the weather starts lightening up. And it starts getting a little warmer in at Desert Rest. And I am gonna do some fun stuff. You know what I also realized? This is something for all of everyone, all of you people, all of the people who are taking steps to move off grid or move, and all of the craziness that goes along with moving and taking big steps like this, big life changing things. Don't get so wrapped up in it that you forget to care for self. And that's a lot of what I haven't done. The last 2 years, I really have not had a garden or grown anything. I haven't, I am a creative person. I love doing crafts and sewing and making things with my hands, and I've been neglecting that. I haven't been doing that. I haven't been doing the things that make me happy, and not in a selfish way, but doing the things that I enjoy. Watching out for my own mental health. I really do. And in spring, it is not a want to get out in the garden and get my hands in the dirt and grow things. It is a need. And that's, the way I was built. And I haven't done that. I don't know if anyone has heard of grounding, and I purely believe, because when you look in the Bible, what was what did God use to make us? He picked up dirt from the ground and formed us. So we're connected to the earth in that way. This is my personal belief, okay? But I do believe that we are connected to the earth in that way. And some of us feel that connection way stronger than others. And I guess I am one of those people. Because when I get out and I'm rock hunting and I'm digging in the dirt, I am happiest. So I think that's part of, I think I just lost something off the back of my car. But that's when I'm happiest, and I haven't done it. Now, this coming up spring is again going to be a challenge because I will be moving again. But I can also get my seeds started. I am going to have a little bitty greenhouse already built. So whatever seeds and plants I've started can go right into that. And in the, in between getting all set up, I will be growing my vegetables for that season. And, that I think will help my mental stability, I guess, because I will be growing something and making that happen. And then this Christmas, I like to do crafts. So I'm going to be making a couple little things. Not get nuts because I don't, because a lot of my craft stuff now is up at Desert Rest. But there's a couple little things that I can do that I've remembered. Little things that'll help me. I can put on presents, stuff like that. So for those who are making big life changes, remember this. Pay attention to keep mindful of your own self. Keep yourself. Don't neglect your own mental health. There you go. Those are the words. Don't neglect your own mental health. Don't neglect the mental health of your friends. because I realized too that I have been so wrapped up for literally the last 5 years in this move that I'm driving people crazy. And I want to apologize to all my friends. This is my big apology, but um, I will be apologizing to those that I've realized I um, have been affected by my craziness. I'll just call it that. So there you go. I'm going to be thinking more about this and blogging about it, and then doing also a journal, because I need to remember this lesson and be able to go back to it um, when I feel myself getting stressed. I mean, my left hand, I've got most of the feeling and most of the strength back in it. My right hand um, is better, but it's not as good as the left. I still can't feel a lot, but I am getting more strength. So that has proven to me that the stress that I've put myself under is what is causing a lot of um, my physical issues. So there you go. Okay, come on across. There you go. So here I am at Target. I need to return some things. I'm gonna go inside. Actually, I think I'm gonna go around and park in that spot, because that's a good spot. And return some things, and I need, oh, school district's here, so they're doing a tour. So there we go. I am gonna upload this, and I'll be doing another blog in a little while, or vlog, video. You follow along on my day today. All right, thank you so much, and I appreciate everyone who's hung in there and put up with my craziness and helped talk me through and talk me down, and and the advice, even though they knew it was stuff I didn't want to hear, then they gave it to me anyway, and I appreciate that. I truly, truly do. And I'm sorry for my stubbornness. I just get it stuck in my head, and I'm not going to let the naysayers affect me so much anymore. Because look what's been accomplished so far. I've got the 2 trailers up there. I've got the area ready. I've got the well pump ready to go in. I know what tiny houses I'm going to be using and what exactly I'm going to be putting up there. And now it's just doing it. All right, y'all. Keep prayed up because these storms are coming. Let me tell you. And I'm kind of surprised we got as much flooding as we already do. But God will handle it. All right, we'll talk to you later. God bless you all.